Alright, so this video might be a bit long because this video is going to be the ultimate sculptor guide. Alright, so in this video I'll be teaching you everything about sculptures. I mean, not sculptures, everything about sculptors. The class sculptor, the class Moonlight Sculptor. So if you do not play the class sculptor, it's still very good and educational to watch this video because this way you will understand the playstyle of a sculptor and you can try to counter us in PvP. Because so one of the biggest reasons why I've been holding back on making a video like this is because I'm basically showing all my stats, all my strategies as a sculptor to the whole entire world. Therefore, the other classes, they can build up strategies to counter me, right? So that was the biggest issue with me being so open about my class. As you can see, I haven't played duo in a long time, but if I were to play duo, I can probably hit close to either rank 4 or rank 5 again. But yeah, because like every time that I beat one of these higher tier players, they adjust to my playstyle. Since I'm playing Invasion Sculptor, they increase their accuracy, so they miss me less often. So, but regardless, I do want to do a video like this because it's very helpful to all the other sculptor players that is following in my footstep. So let's go through stats first, right? So currently I'm level 194. As you can see my stats, I'm still running full agility. I still think that full agility is the way to go for sculptors because full agility give us physical evasion, physical attack crit, physical attack accuracy. These are the 3 most important stats for that agility boost, along with our skills. Our agility also scales with a lot of our skills as well. Therefore for my stat points, I'm running full agility. A con is also a great option for sculptors, but currently I haven't have a reason to run it yet. Therefore, I'm still sticking to full agility. If I were to change my build, I will let you guys know in the future. So for your stat points, assign full agility. It's pretty easy and simple. All right, so next thing about sculptors is sculptures. So let's talk about sculptures, right? So for our 4 display sculptures, as a Invasion Sculptor player, you will obviously want the first one is the Masterpiece Griffin Sculpture, which has the Invasion rate plus 14% and Constitution plus 11. This will give you some nice HP as well as 14% Invasion rate if you were to get this plus 5. Next up, we have the, can't even see it, the Wing Statue, the Wing Shoe. So plus 5 Masterpiece Wing Shoe Sculptor is the best sculptor single alone because it has agility. It has evasion rate plus 17% and agility plus 13 when you get this to plus 5 on purple. So this is very good here. This would be the first sculpture that you will want to get to legendary transcendence. So keep an eye out for that. Our third sculptor is the plus 5 Masterpiece Steam Stress Touch Sculptor, which is evasion rate plus 11% and charisma plus 9. The charisma is not really a big issue to us. We mainly have the sculptor on plus 5 is because this is another invasion rate sculptor. So for the last invasion rate sculptor and the hardest to craft is your Terra. So the plus 5 Masterpiece Terra Sculpture, of course, invasion rate plus 20% with a wisdom plus 15 at plus 5. So this is the hardest to craft sculptor for invasion sculptors, right? I mean, the hardest craft sculpture for invasion sculptors. So this piece was not easy. This piece cost me, to get it to plus 5, this piece alone cost me like 60 million gold alone, just because of all the materials that I need to get this one plus 5 and all the material I need to craft this guy to purple. I did drop a video on how to craft these expensive sculptors because you don't really, because if you were to craft a super, which is a blue, you should definitely just take the blue and just upgrade it to purple from there, because trust me, it's going to save you a lot of money if you don't have good luck like I do. So these current 4 sculptures here, they're the only 4 sculptures that gives you that has the placement effect of invasion rate percentage. That's why these 4 are so important to us, because we are playing Invasion Sculptor. Therefore, anything that boosts invasion rate for us is a huge plus. So let's go on to our display set sculptors. So for display set sculptor, we have the attack speed plus 12%. This is very important. This allows you to dish out your skills much faster, which technically increase your DPS per minute. So this is very important with the attack speed plus 12. Make sure you get all this to purple. The next setup sculpture that is the hardest to craft, the hardest to craft sculpture set is this one. The Humble King sculpture set. We have this one, the golden Fyodor sculpture, which gives us physical attack plus 150 at white, and at blue is 130. So my goal is to get this purple, right? So if we get this a purple, like I have this one, is physical attack plus 200. This is so huge. Plus 200 physical attack. That is big. I tell you guys right now. This is definitely a huge plus into our damage of all of our skills. Since most of our skills does scale off physical attack, therefore making this quite important. So currently I only have one, but then again, I'm trying to perfect these two right now to purple. And once I do, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be hitting hard. So this is the hardest sculptor set to make for us, because again, we are playing invasion sculptors. Because currently, playing as an invasion sculptor, what we lack is damage, right? Because we are sacrificing so much of our damage and HP to put into invasion that that when we do reach our target and they can't hit us, it's going to take us some time to kill them, because we don't really have the damage, so we can only chip away at them a little bit at a time. So to make up for that, we do need physical attack sculptures, which is why I have the Humble King sculpture set to make up for that. The third display set we have is obviously this one, the only invasion sculpture set in the game, which is the Azure Overlord sculpture set, which you guys should be making, which is the super angel wings, the wing shoes, and then the wing hat. This one is still work in progress. I still need to get all of this to purple. The fourth sculpture set that you guys would want is your max HP plus 30%. 30% is quite huge. So let me just show you guys the effect, right? So currently I'm at what, 9,200 HP with 30% increase in XP. I mean, 30% increase in HP. Look at how much HP that is. Boom. That's like a 2k increase in HP. That is quite a bit. Like you might not think that is a lot, but trust me, with a 2k increase in XP, this will help you in PvE as well as increased healing from your potions. So this will help a lot within the Merchant Towers and also all PvE content as well as PvP, of course. So for the final set, right, as you can see, currently for the final set, I currently just have the Big Dream sculptor set placed in here. This one, it's optional, right? So here, let me show you what I don't know what I want to do for this set yet. Not exactly sure yet, but I do plan on building for my last sculpture set. I'm planning on going the yes, I'm planning on crafting the physical attack plus 80 and magic defense set, because currently in NA1 there's two mages on the server that are really powerful and I can't beat. There are only two mages I can't beat in the server. Therefore, I'm thinking about running this set for increased magic defense against them, as well as increase my physical attack more, because physical attack is very important to us. Like I said, as playing invasion sculptor, we lack DPS. Therefore, we do need sculpture and sculpture set to make up for that. Therefore, this is what I'm planning on crafting this one, the physical attack plus 80 and magic defense plus 70. I already have one of it. Yeah, I already have this one on purple. So like I said, finishing set, physical attack plus 120 and magic defense plus 110 once all of it is purple. But this set is very expensive to craft. That is the only reason why it's holding me back, is because I do need to craft the Goddess Freya sculpture, which is 10 orange lunarium. That is, I mean, condensed lightning, brick, and crystal, that's not an issue to me. I can farm this. I have a shitload of crystals. I can farm brick. But orange lunarium, 10 of that is not easy to farm. Therefore, but I have to craft this regardless. So I do plan on crafting this later, but not now, as I can't spare my orange lunarium because I need it for my T4 gear coming up soon. So as you can see, currently I'm just trying to perfect my golden Fyodor and my lion monster sculptures to purple. to get my plus 200 physical attack. So this would be all my current setup for now. So pretty much it. So for also like I said, Invasion Sculptor is very hard to play in the Merchant Tower. So of course, so currently I'm stuck on the floor 75, the boss here. The Merchant Tower boss, because in the Merchant Tower, our invasion doesn't work as well because the monsters and bosses in there has such a high accuracy, they almost don't miss. They literally, like, I'm currently at 119% invasion, and trust me, the Hippogriffin has not missed a single time on me. So the invasion is super high on that guy. So, so in order to deal with it, as you can see, that means that the 4 invasion sculptor that we have out, which is the placement effects, is pointless. When I go do my Merchant Tower, I do not use these 4. When I go to Merchant Tower, the 4 sculptor that I use is the Masterpiece Brent Native Foul Sculpture that gives me physical attack plus 95 and strength plus 9, which increase my normal melee damage, which is very nice. I use the Masterpiece the Roshan Throne Sculpture since I have the white one right now, just for placement effect. Attack plus 170, Constitution plus 9, which gives me more HP. Then I have my Shark Sculptor on plus 3, gives me physical attack plus 158 and Constitution plus 10. So you realize that these two gives me Constitution, which is very nice because this gives me more HP, so I can probably hit like around 12k HP. And then I also have my last one is the Masterpiece Victorious Warrior Sculpture at physical attack plus 96 and strength plus 8. These aren't final. There is other sculptures that you can craft, such as the one I really like was the Archer Sculpture that has physical attack and agility plus 3. So if I were to get this one purple, it would be much better than my warrior. This will actually replace my warrior if I can get this one purple, but I haven't been crafting this one right now, so I'll worry about this one later. But then again, like I said, you're gonna want a 4 other physical attack set for Merchant Tower because invasion doesn't work in the Merchant Tower. Therefore, these 4 invasion sculptors are going to be useless. That's why I have backups, right? Different other sculptors for different purposes. I think this covers everything. Yeah, this covers everything about our sculptures. So next one I do want to cover is skills. So let's talk more about skills once I get to the training ground so I can demonstrate the skills for you guys as well. So if you guys have not known already, a great place to demonstrate your skills is at the training center, right? The training center where there's dummies. You can test your skill there and check your DPS and stuff. It's much more better than going out and try to farm because the numbers aren't consistent sometimes. So for consistent numbers, you do want to go into the training center to fight the scarecrows. All right. But before that, let's talk about some skills. Why not? Actually, we're here. All right, so as you can see, we have the scarecrows here. This is the best place to test out and train your test out your damage and your skills, of course. So when we come down to sculptor skills, take a look. So first one we have, what do we have? Sculptor Fencing, Strike 3. This is your most important skill. This is probably your best skill that you should focus on leveling first. As you can see, this one deals a lot of single target damage. And it also deals 200 physical attack as a single piercing attack, along with a 19.5% chance to increase your physical crit rate by 10%. So this is definitely a nice move to start out with. Follow up with your other moves. Next, we have the Sculptor Fencing, Phantom Blade 3. This one's another nice heavy DPS move here with the increased crit rate of 15.5%. Deals 20% chance to deal 25% physical attack as bleeding damage every second for 6 seconds. So very nice for bossing as well as paladins and warriors with their high HP and defense. Sculptor Fencing, the Moonbeam Outpour. This is your ultimate. This one has a really long cooldown, but it deals a shitload of damage. 901% physical attack as an area attack with crit rate plus 20%. As 309 damage, and this decreased my attack speed by 7% for 5 seconds. Alright, so next skill we have is Sculptor Fencing. Flash Sword Burst 3, which is then deals a really nice AoE damage with a 10% increase in crit, decreased crit resist for a target, 10 seconds. Nature Sculpting, this one, in my earlier videos, I honestly thought this was, I was never going to use it, but SpecTech changed my mind. He actually uses this. This was actually pretty good. He showed me how good it was. This AoE actually does quite a bit of damage, even though we don't run a single increase in magic attack or any elemental attacks like mages. This actually does quite a bit of damage. Not gonna lie, this does a lot of damage actually. So I recently just started to get the skill up because the AoE skills are very effective in clearing the chaotic dungeons and high density mob areas. So I really like it. A Sculptor Demolition, right? Wolf 3. This is a very important buff skill. Lasts for, as you can see, this one increased my physical crit rate by 6.3%, magic crit rate by 6.3%, and increased crit damage by 9.5%. Once you get this one to blue, that is when it adds the crit damage. Sculptor Fencing Striding Strikes. This one is very good for PvE. Not that good for bossing because most bosses has immunity. Therefore, this thing doesn't really apply to bosses, but deals 118% physical attack as a single attack. Like I said, this is PvE, PvP focus, not PvE. You actually wouldn't want to use this for PvE. Nature Sculpting, we have the Thunderbolt. Like I said, this is the same thing with the fire one. I low-key thought this was I undervalued this. I undervalued this skill, but this skill is very good. If you have watched my chaotic dungeon clear videos I've done, I use these two skills along with my Flash Fencing Burst. These three AoE will almost likely one-shot the whole entire wave, or if I were just use a single Moonbeam Outpour, which will guarantee one-shot the whole entire wave. So we have that. Sculptor Summoning Boulder Golem. I recently just started to upgrade this skill because, as you can see, the barrier is actually really nice. A 3% chance to generate barrier of 1,800. This is very nice, regard for PvE, raids, or PvP. So I recently just started to upgrade this. I plan on getting this one to intermediate soon. Hard Hit is pretty weak, honestly. It's just a faster skill to cancel your base attack, but I want to say this is a big deal. But regardless, I do like it. So I got my intermediate. Okay, so Steadfast Will. So this is the one skill that I low-key just have it sitting there because I have like this skill, it's a 30-minute cooldown, man. Like if you're not dealing with this skill, it's a 30-minute cooldown. You're not going to be using it in PvE, right? So, but for this skill, it's very good for duel. Because a lot of other classes, they have CC, right? Therefore, you want to put this Steadfast Will within your slot here, and you can just click on it once if you get stunned, and it'll just instantly it'll instantly break you out of the crowd control that you're under, stun, freeze, sleep, or anything like that. So this was a very useful skill. But because it's good for dueling, our skill resets after every duel, regardless if we win or lose. Technically, therefore, my cooldown is reset. Therefore, that's why I didn't upgrade it. Because upgrading it so far, it only reduced cooldown, which I really don't care because I don't use this in PvE. So there's that. All right, let's go into our continuous skills. So continuous skill, we have the Anime Sculptor. Currently, this one is the one that I'm working on upgrading. Grant yourself the following effect: increase Golem summon times by 370 seconds, increase pet and Golem's attack by 115. Increase this pet attack, not that big of an issue to me. My pet normally isn't really offensive. They're usually more passive pets. And increase my Golem attack by 115. That one is what I really like because, like I said, my Golem is quite tanky, and I do like it when his damage increases. He does help out a little bit in PvE as well as PvP. Therefore, I'm currently working on this skill. Next skill, we have the Sculptor Fencing, one with the blade. Increase invasion rate by 0.041% per agility. This one, very important. You should definitely get this one up. This as an invasion sculptor, this is the best continuous skill that we currently have. The Leather Armor Specialist, a little tip about this one is that we get these buff, right? Defense by 500, max weight, ignore fence rate, and then increase our attack by this amount if we're wearing all leather armor. So most AGI gear are considered leather. Like for example, the Hermes set, it doesn't say leather armor on it, but it's considered a leather armor, and you can test that out by equipping your Hermes set and then unequip the helmet, and you will see that your defense, your weight, and your attack is dropped, right? So most AGI gear, I can confidently say that most AGI gear is considered leather. So there's that. Oh yeah, this skill is important because it increases our defense and attack by quite a bit. Dagger Specialist, this one is increased field attack by 7.1% per agility, crit rate by 3%, increased magic attack by 3. So this one is okay. So this is your priority skill. Dagger Specialist is your priority skill. This one is what allows your physical attack to increase by. This one will increase physical attack quite a bit for every stat point your agility. This one scales quite well per level. A Moonlight Spirit is also another one of your priority skills. This one increases your attack and defense based on agility and con. Enhance vitality. This one's fine. It's only increased issue by 238, so it's whatever. But definitely should get it up. Mental training, increase in MP. You honestly don't need it, so I have it sitting there for now. Because like I said, increase MP, that's not gonna do shit for you, right? So it doesn't matter. Battle tested veteran. If you do want to upgrade this, you can if you want, but I just stopped at 3% because I don't know if it's worth it to get another 1%. Pylon, same thing. You can get another 1% increase in gold if you upgrade this to max. But I just have it chilling here for now because I'm focusing on this one first. So there's your skills. So when upgrading your skills, you should definitely choose to upgrade your Sculptor Fencing, your best attack move, Phantom Blade next. Your Moonbeam Outpour next, and then your Flash Sword Burst, and then your Sculptor Demolition. And then after you got that skill up, I will upgrade your Shining Strikes for PvP. But then again, if you're not PvP focused, I would just, instead of that, I will upgrade the Lightning. Once you get the Lightning focus, get the Volcano, and then get the Shining Strikes by then, because you still need it for PvP, right? And then these guys, up to you. Depends on if you want to upgrade them or not. But Sculptor, definitely upgrade this eventually. And then Hard Hit, up to you, honestly. I mean, eventually you're going to want to get all skills quality, right? So if you have something to spare, upgrade these guys up, of course. Continuing skills, they actually all end at intermediate. So they're pretty easy to upgrade. So you should probably get all of it up by soon. So like I said, priority focus would be the Dagger Specialist and the Moonlight Spirit along with the... and one with the Blade. Because this one gives invasion. This one gives you more attack. This one gives you more attack as well. So these three are your priorities, then you eventually should be able to upgrade the rest eventually. It's not that bad. Alright, so for PvP, our skill order for PvP is, of course, the first start off is the Shining Strikes. This will allow us to hit them, and if they get the inflammation effect, this is huge. Movement speed plus minus 50% and attack speed minus by 50%, decrease by 50%. So this is very nice here. Follow up with the Shining Strikes. Shining Strikes and the Moonbeam Overflow is a great combo. These two, they have skill canceling, therefore you can cast these two quite fast within a second. And then following up with that, we have the Sculptor Fencing. We are using this fencing to try to increase our crit, of course, and to do a huge DPS. Usually, most players will usually die within these three moves so far when I'm using it. But then again, if they do survive, our next move is to switch over to our second phase. Our second phase, we have the Lightning, Fire, and then the Phantom Blade. These three skills, they cancel each other's skill casting animation. Therefore, this one is super fast. So this is what we have for here. And for skill orders, we do want to use our crit rate buff move and Golem before going in. So one thing to keep in mind is that once you summon a Golem, you're gonna have to wait maybe a minute and replace the Golem with a hard hit, because once you replace the skill, your Golem is already there. So this is very good against if you're fighting against an opponent that doesn't die within your 6 skill combo. Therefore, you do need an extra skill hard hit to take care of it. So what you want to do is you want to summon your Golem here, and then you want to replace it with hard hit, right? So, oh god, let me just do it right. Alright, put my Golem down here. So you summon your Golem, and then you wait 60 seconds, and then once the cooldown is over, you can replace this with hard hit. And once you replace it, your Golem will still be up, because your Golem is a 160-second cooldown on it. So, I'm not cooldown. It'll be alive for 160 seconds. So very nice. Alright, so that is the skill order. So next thing, probably the final topic is gear. Gear is the biggest question you guys got me asking. You guys want me to show you guys my full entire line, so I'll show you guys all my options line. I mean, this is like I said, this is another reason why I'm not open about this, is because if people know my option line, they can counter me within duel. But regardless, I'll make this video for you guys. So for my Sculptor dagger, I'm not running a dagger. I'm running a Cecil. Cecil here is very nice because it has more physical attack and it has more attack speed than a dagger. That's the reason why I'm using this one. For my dagger, I chose the PvP dagger, which is a stun. Stun is for PvP. If you want to focus more on PvE, you will want to go with the poison dagger. So that is why that's the dagger. And then for my dagger options, I'm running crit rate, obviously very important, crit damage, damage increase, and physical attack. These are the 4 options. These are the 4 ideal options for your dagger. Crit rate is very important. Crit damage, obviously very important. And damage increase will increase your overall damage of your skill. Very nice. And then physical attack plus 8%, super huge here. So this is the option you want for your dagger. For your helmet, this is my real one. So for your helmet, my helmet shouldn't work. So for Invasion Sculptor, you basically want invasion, right? So max physical invasion and max magic invasion is what you want to aim for. If you can't get a max, that's completely fine. You can settle for, you still want this to be legendary. You at least want 150 or 140 plus if you're just getting the flat numbers. Physical 5% magic invasion and 5% physical invasion is actually stronger, is actually much better than 162. 162 magic invasion gave me approximately around 4% invasion, right? So a percentage are always better, so keep that in mind. So for helmet, the ideal stat for it is damage defense and or with freeze. Damage defense, or if you're going for PvP, you will want to have an option that does freezing. You can't roll a freeze option. You can only get that from option stones, so keep that up. But that is the ideal for PvP, right? So there's my helmet. Next up we have our glove. I am currently running. For glove, you want to run the peace one. The peace one is the PvE glove because it has evasion rate plus 2%. That's the only reason why we want to run it. And also have all abnormal status resistance rate plus 5%, so it does reduce the CC from other units. But the evasion rate is the main reason why we are running this glove. Like I said, for evasion rate, same thing. You want to get the max physical invasion and max magic invasion. That's your goal. And the other ideal is damage increase. Damage increase is very nice. You can, and then the third stat, ideal third stat is crit damage, or crit damage. That is the ideal third stat. So I'm just waiting for that one. I'm hoping to get an option soon so I can just place it on here. But max HP isn't too bad here. But like I said, I can't re-roll because this is really good already. Technically, when you do re-roll, you want to re-roll until you get like around 2 very good stats, and then you just want to add on the last 2 for options. That's what I do anyways. For cape, well, currently this is my cape. For your cape, you mainly want to focus on physical invasion and magic invasion percentage. The percentage is so important here because if you were to get the flat physical and magic invasion on a cape is actually very low. The percentage is much better. So just shoot for these 2 percentage. The other 2 stats actually up to you depending on what you want. Doesn't matter, honestly. For my, what is this, necklace, right? So for necklace, I'm running physical defense and magic defense, which is good, and then potion cooldown and damage increase. So the main stat here you want is damage increase. Potion cooldown is very nice in the Merchant Towers. This is very powerful Merchant Tower. Therefore, I would recommend you guys to put a potion cooldown on the ring. The necklace. And then physical defense, magic defense is very nice since there isn't a invasion option. Therefore, we can just increase our physical or magic defense. I mean, attack speed on here isn't bad as well. So, but the main option you need is damage increase 8%, 100%. Definitely get that. Next one, we have our ring. Again, the ring main option you want is damage increase plus 8%. These 3 stats are trash. I need to re-roll it, but I don't really want to re-roll it because I have my main stat. The main stat I want is damage increase. I'll probably just put some options down here to replace these because these are not the ideal stat. You basically want damage increase, damage defense, and agility for your rings. Those are the main stats you want to prioritize. All right, for our rings, right? Our rings, 100% crit rate. You have to have crit rate and crit damage on your ring. You have to have these two stats. Like, just because of how, like I said, Sculptor, we have high crit rate. So basically, the higher our crit rate, the more times we can crit. Therefore, adding more crit rate is always a plus. And obviously, we need crit damage. Crit damage is very nice since we will be critting a lot more than other classes. That's why we have crit rate and crit damage. Then the third option, the third option is increased damage 8% along with physical attack max on legendary, which is 6%. So the 4 ideal stat is crit rate, crit damage, physical attack, and increased damage. That is the 4 ideal stats you want to get. Same with the other ring. For this ring, you also want same thing: crit rate, crit damage, physical attack, and increased damage. So currently this ring is almost perfect, but I have damage defense instead of increased defense. So I'm trying to work on that by getting the damage increase option, but then again, it's very rare. So that'll be all for the gear. This is how you would want to gear your sculptors and what option roles you should be focusing for each gear. Alright, so this video pretty much covers everything about Invasion Sculptor and how you want to build it with the options and everything. So if you have any more question about the current build, just leave it in the comments below and I'll get to it. Like I said, currently I am the best Sculptor player in NA1, so I do know quite a bit about this class. So if you have any more questions, leave it in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I can. As well as please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also join our Discord as well if you need help with any other classes, because like I said, I'm only good at Sculptor. I don't know too much about the other classes, their current build and their skill order and skill canceling. Therefore, the others on Discord can probably help you, because we do have other players that are much better than me when it comes down to knowledge on different classes. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.